Bonjour and welcome to the Sorare Data Show. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare, joined today by Harry Trades to talk about the Ligue 1 special, also known as the French Specialist Special, since we can't call it Ligue 1. So sorry that I did. Harry, you excited? I know you've become a bit of a Ligue 1 boy this year.
I mean, yeah, unintentionally excited, mate, to be honest, because I don't think we knew about this French special, did we? Before yesterday. So I have become a bit of a French boy this season, and yeah, this kind of works nicely for me. But then, as you mentioned, it's like special upon special upon special, right? Like we've got serious requirements for this one. So yeah, I think it needs a whole episode of scouting because like I don't know one player right now under L15 or 45. So this should be fun.
That's like a really tricky one. I don't know what the reason was for doing that other than trying to sell some like low scoring Ligue 1 players. It's also, I believe, only 14 teams are licensed and you need 4 in-season cards for limited and rare. And so you can't even, it's not like you could get a full stack of certain teams because they just don't have all of the new cards. So we'll get into that. Thank you to everybody for coming in. Daniel Cooper said a podium without having to be 16 hours early. What a time to be alive. Austin Farr said third, but second on the podium. We take those W's. Oh, how about that? And Quinny on the podium. No Tedgy in the thumbnail. Quinny, that was a gigantic oversight by our thumbnail maker, and I'll be sure that I have a conversation with him. Carrie, what's up? Ryan Walter, petition to change the name from French Special to Lots of Rules Special. Yeah. Yep. Toby, what's up? Harry, so Hatlingen told me how to pronounce this, and I've already forgotten how to do it.
I remember the episode. Yeah, you kind of spelled it out for you, but yeah, I can't remember either.
And I've already forgotten. I don't think it's Hatlingen.
Wasn't there like an emphasis on maybe the A or something? Wasn't there? There was something like
it was something funky, and I can't for some reason weird, it just like it left my head. But anyway, a couple bad scores, and Donnarumma is suddenly, under L15 of 45, something to look out for against PSV and Marseille, because, well, we'll get into that. Brendan, what's up? Stefan Malky, bonjour. Sorasol says, please say John Nellis will interrupt this stream at some point and shout, I believe this is Je suis une baguette, like that Ireland fan did the World Cup. I don't know
what that was about.
I don't know what that is. Toby said, with the big teams having pretty nice matchups, this competition doesn't really interest me all that much. It might take it as an opportunity to sell some cards. I may be joining you there, Toby. Anyway, Dirk, what's up? Daniel, now Dirk saying smash the like button. Daniel needs a new phone because he smashed that like button so hard. Palma, what's up? Ian, Kev. Sorry, there we go. Mike Baston, Youngie. Main champion guys I have are French boys up the Ito Nakamura stack. I don't think you can get him in.
Oh yeah, because yeah,
only 1 over 60, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Hatlingen, I did get it. Hatlingen, sorry, that's what it was. Anyway, Peptetta, what's up? Server said, just sold up my NBA collection. I have money to burn and a hankering for overpriced French boys. That sounds so bad that I read it out loud. Anyway, so we had a specialist competition was it this past game week? Was it the international? Recently.
I honestly can't remember, mate, to be honest.
I think it was international. The rules for that one were 2 players 50 and below, 1 player 60 and above. The rule for the French special is 2 players 45 and below, 1 over 60.
Jesus.
So.
And, sorry, you can't have more than 2 from the same club.
Exactly. Thank you very much. And so, yes, rules upon rules upon rules. And just in case you were like, I'm going to get ahead in this, the French specialist competition is game week 23. The one the game week that is open right now for this weekend is 21. So if you have someone who you're like, oh, his L15 is only 44, I'm good. They have 1, if not 2 games before that competition. Because I don't think they play next midweek, right? Champions League back-to-back weeks, do we?
Probably not.
Well, that midweek won't count anyway. Like it won't.
True.
So 2 of them. I don't mind the multiple rules, to be honest. This is the same person who just said they're going to use this opportunity to sell cards and not even play.
So Hatlagen, however we're going to pronounce it, mentioned to me yesterday in the Discord that, or he was curious, sorry, as to, if you can submit your lineup now. I don't know whether it's open late. I don't think Game Week 23 is open, but let's just, I don't know, check.
Yeah. Let's just see.
Because we've just had, midweek open or closed technically. Okay, so we don't have it yet. Is that right?
No, we do not. This is
okay.
So this is the weekend, October 25, 29. This is the midweek, so it's not open yet. So you can't scam your way into the low L15. Guys.
Well, yeah, I guess you can't. But so Friday should open, right? Is that what we're saying?
Should.
Okay. So say if my goalkeeper plays this midweek and he's out 15 or 45 as we speak, how, ideally I want him to not do well, right? So then I could lock him in for the weekend. But does it matter? And then isn't there a little buffer period where
it's like a seconds, I think.
Is it really?
It's really not much.
I've never tried it. So
I'm looking on, maybe we updated ours too quickly here, because I'm looking and Donnarumma has an L15. Well, he's showing an L15 of 48 on Sorare, 46 on Sorare data. I'm guessing ours is, actually, I think I thought mine were matched, but apparently not. Anyway, then Mike Batson said, have you seen Ligue 1 player scores hardly under 45? Hardly a problem. But you need them to score well.
Yeah, you say that, but I'm not that, I do have quite a few French boys, mainly the Nice boys. I'm just looking through my champ stuff here now on Sorare data, and I haven't found one player that's below. I've found my goalkeeper and a defender on 45 exactly, but I haven't got anyone. There's one guy here, but he doesn't start at all. He's 36. I really don't have that many under 45, which is obviously a problem.
Since you need two of them.
Well, yeah, two. And you'd like to think if you have nearly the whole collection, you'd be, relatively close to maybe getting a couple of them. But okay, Cho's 44, but he's been injured, so you could argue he might not even be fit. So yeah, this is gonna be. I mean, if I'm gonna want to play, I'm gonna need to go shopping, despite having maybe two teams worth really, but I definitely don't, because I'd need four, like you said, four under 45s.
And Sorare wins again.
What a shock.
I was trying, so it's tricky. It's tricky.
So I will say Nakamura is 54 right now. So I could go Ito Nakamura technically, right?
Yes.
Because Ito's 64, Nakamura's 54. And then you need, two under 45, just one. Well, yeah. Not easy. Definitely not easy.
Juni Ito's such a goat. 62. God, that's great.
Incredible.
So first thing I did, Harry, was look at the matchups. I was going to pull up some odds from a sports book, and I apologize to everyone. They're in American odds. For the life of me, I can't figure out how to change it.
I think you might need to log in. So yeah, it's probably not on you. I would say that there need to be some sort of login to do that, but
okay. I'm just going to read out the favorites. We'll play it this way so that nobody gets confused. But basically, I'm taking odds from DraftKings Sportsbook, which is here in the States, and I'll go from the highest favorite to the lowest. The biggest favorite by far is Monaco, home against Angers, which is Friday. Not this Friday, but so you start off the game week ready to blast. We have, we have Toulouse at home against Reims. I'm sorry, no. Before that, PSG home against Lens.
Yeah,
so we have Monaco and PSG are the two biggest favorites. At home, yay. Then we have Toulouse. Then Marseille, who are away to Nantes. And if you're an away avoider, then you got a little bit of a problem. Then we have Lille home against Lyon. Rennes away to Auxerre, Strasbourg away to Saint Etienne. Brest home against Nice. And then Le Havre home against Montpellier. That's it.
It'd be cool if Nice were at home.
I'm sure you think that, yeah.
from like a word
Oh, from a
standpoint.
war. I
So,
remember the last time they played, you and Quinny like just giggled the entire show.
yeah, I forgot about that, but now it's come back into my mind, and yeah, there was a giggle.
Yeah. So with the phenomenal news, Steve Mandana's on a 44, and knowing Steve Mandana, he's not getting much higher these days. Actually, I take that. Do they have a good matchup? I think it might be a good one it might be this weekend, Harry, because I think I told you I was going to play him in D1. Oh, I did. They're home against Le Havre.
Oh, yeah, that's what you want for the next one. This is the issue, though, Led, right? Like, we're shopping, like 2 weeks in advance, effectively, and injuries happen. Like, rotations happen, whatever, and it's just like it does become tough. Like, we're obviously filming this now. We're hoping that, and then the issue is then if you do wait a week, prices are higher because there's more certainties, i.e., less injuries. The weekend's been and done, and yeah, so it is good that we're doing this now, but obviously there is caution in that, and yeah, we'll just see how many sort of things we end up getting right. But yeah, it's a long time out.
It's a long time out, and we also don't know the distribution of prizes. We know that it's I think it was $25,000 in prizes, but that's across all 4 scarcities.
Didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's maybe not an issue, but kind of an issue.
It's just kind of tough to even decide if you want to prioritize it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to think though, champ that week, like it on paper, really is like 1/5 easier.
So
in a roundabout way.
So I think that would be the case if it wasn't specialist.
Fair.
But like when you think of like, and I don't think that there are that many, like, let me see. I can't imagine there are that many players with L15s over 60 in Ligue, but I could be wrong.
Not a ton. Yeah, maybe I'm going to say 10.
So we've got like Hakimi. Let's see. We've got, and this is now. So like they could
change.
Go below. We're 22 right now. I don't know what Jonathan Gradit is, but I don't know if anybody's going to say like, that's going to be my.
Well, away to PSG, you won't be playing him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And he's out for the last 2. But yeah, you're right. There's a couple funky ones in here.
Yeah. I mean, there are good players here. Is Bakwa your boy? Like, are you gonna use your 60 above on Klaus?
I mean, he's away to, I think it's Brest, right? So it's like, it's not as if it's a great matchup, and I think I prefer to maybe spend that on probably Ito from my gallery. Thinking about like they're the only 2 I think that are in that top 20, so I don't have the luxury of playing anyone else. That's the issue, right? Like it's gonna be a PSG fest for the most part, but you can only play 2 of them.
I was gonna say, like, who are you? Like, you can't play Hakimi and Dembele and Nuno Mensch and João Neves,
right?
However, Kang and Lee, like all of these guys are.
It's wild, isn't it? How many they have?
Yeah. I mean, you can only play 2 anyway, but you can't
one
play
of the big boys.
Yeah, you can only play one of the big ones.
Like, what's Hakimi? No, Hakimi. What's like Marquinhos right now? I wonder if there's something you could do where
58. Like he's
on the cusp.
By then.
Jesus, this is the thing. Like, as much as PSG is the play, it isn't because it's just super restrictive, right?
Like they could smash this game home against PSG
tonight or whenever that is. Yeah,
this week. And then away to Marseille maybe brings it down. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody's asking about Teji.
But he's like, I've got him. He's like 54, I think. Well, he was 55 now.
And they play, I mean, it's
a good game. Like,
yeah.
But at least he's not covering. At least, right now he's not over 60. Right? They're the ones you want, right? Don't you want like kind of as many 55ers, 59ers as possible?
Man, kind of terrible.
Oh, they've just got a new manager, by the way, today. So, new manager bounce.
Okay. Against Toulouse at home this weekend?
Yeah. So, like a couple of good, 3 or 4 good fixtures actually in a row there.
Yeah. I wouldn't fear any of these.
Right.
He's still so expensive.
Yeah.
I guess that's
but he's on like everything. Nothing's
Yeah.
happening, but like when it happens, it's like surely something actually comes through him from like a DA perspective. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Do we build a 5 and see what the price of it is, whether that is limited or rare or both, and see what we can actually come up with?
So sure. I was going to do a watch list too. So
Yeah.
Teji, I'm looking. Montpellier have taken 40 free kicks. Excuse me, 40 corners.
Yeah.
Actually, let me just do it. Can I do all free kicks? I guess not. 40 corners this season. He's taken 37.
He's just selfish, and I love it. I love it.
So as long as he stays under 60, I mean, you can play him.
Right. So he could be a midfielder spot for now. And then the issue is like the one like Bulker now. He's literally, well, from what I'm seeing on Sorare data, he is 45. But he plays this midweek. He'll play on the weekend. So like I'm kind of everything of mine hinges on things like that. Because if I can use one of my goalkeepers as the L15 below 45, then that's the jackpot. Realistically, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, you still need those cards to score relatively well. And the chances are you'd rather that lower player, I know you need 2, but one of them at least to be the keeper.
Probably.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't think... I'd prefer to have an L15 of 59 outfielder than the goalie, kind of, right? Because, like, chances are, if it's a good matchup as well, he's probably more 100 capable than the keeper is. Just, you know.
Who did we say Nice were playing? Let me see.
They're away to Brest.
Right.
Yeah.
How did I forget? So yeah, I have this. This is a watch list that I just put together. I'll drop the link in the chat here.
That's weird. Yours shows 46 there. I get 45. 45 on
mine has
Sorare
updated from this game week, and
okay.
That is. Let's see what my settings are.
Tell you who's been not
show
great.
Sorare SO5 averages. There we go. That should change it. Let's see if that actually changes. Love when I can check this stuff right away. There you go. 45.
Nice. So like it's kind of crazy. A lot of the French goalies are in and around 45. Like Diouf is at 44 from what I'm seeing. If Don is at 48, like it's quite interesting how a lot of these keepers are in and around the similar sort of range. Bizot is 42. Ooh. Everyone's in and around it.
That's so bad.
I know, but like
actually, I guess we could just look. Yeah,
it's because like he's got a few error-led goals from last season in there.
Oh, but like this 60 is terrible.
Yeah, that's yeah, and you said like I know they're away, but you said they've got a good matchup as well. So Samba's got a terrible matchup away to PSG. So like the best 2 goalies as far as L15s go are basically nil and void.
Yeah, Chevalier. There are no in-season cards, so that has to be your classic.
Good. Yeah. I forget about that now. I can't. That actually completely blindsided me. Savinov isn't going to play it. Let's just say.
Nope.
Perry, obviously Leon.
Cohn just got benched, didn't he?
Cohn's bench, so Majewski or whatever his name is, he's sort of back in. Lassonnet, who I think Saint Etienne have a good matchup, right?
They're away to.
Oh, were they? Le Havre?
That sounds about right. Strasbourg.
Ooh.
And they're at home.
Yeah.
Strasbourg, yeah. Okay. Strasbourg have a ton of really good scoring players.
But it could get to the stage, Led, where like you're banking on one of your keepers beat like me. Like I've got Bizot and Bulker, let's say, and let's say for whatever reason, next 2 games they both smash. Chances are their L15s go, higher than I'd like them to. I'm kind of screwed there because I need 2 outfielders then, and that just messes up what I already had. And it does get like there's no goalie here that you'd be like, okay, there's no way his L15 like increases dramatically over the next game or so, or like they're all in and around the 45, the danger zone.
Toby said Le Havre's keeper could be the play at home against to the Tedgies, but he's not minted.
Of course. So it's really restricted from a goalkeeper's perspective here. Like they're all in and around 40, 45.
Mandanda and Lafont are not going to get above 45. Actually,
I mean, okay,
Lafont might not. Did Nance get new cards? Excuse me.
I'm pretty
No.
sure they did. No? Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
Well, I guess
Like
I'll
you
say
said,
he did not.
14 teams, like, as far as
Yeah.
new seasons go. So that makes it even tougher because not all of those goalies, not all of those teams even have their goalies. Like,
Right.
Le Havre is just like, there's only going to be like 10 keepers playing basically in the whole comp.
Right.
Because you're not going to play.
And some of them don't have new season cards.
Right, yeah. And you're not going to play, somebody will, but you can't really play Ruli or, whoever. The other guy was at the top. I can't remember now. But it's just like,
yeah.
Why isn't Majeki coming up there, the Monaco guy? Or maybe he is on just blind.
Because it's minimum 7 games.
Got you. I wonder what he is, because I think he got a clean sheet this weekend. So he'd be L15 of 62, right? Yeah, or 50 odd.
Yeah.
Jesus. So he's dust. Like, you can't, not dust, but like you can't really use him either. Well, when I say you can't, you obviously can, but your outfielders then are just so nerfed.
Well, yeah, he's not going to get below 45 unless he just tanks it. I mean, this 79 will drop off.
Okay.
But what do they have this weekend? Oh, I guess he plays midweek and then away to Nice. That's not great.
It's not great. You couldn't bank on that going below 45. Like,
Petrovic.
This is tough. This is real tough.
Saying Petrovic away to Saint Etienne. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, he's not getting any higher.
Probably not, no. But then,
although,
yeah,
home is not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but Agent Cooper, like that specific thing happening. I'm not saying it can't happen. Obviously, it happens quite frequently. But like for it to happen, like for this game week in this league, I just think like we're asking for a lot to happen in a weird way there. And look, it could, but I don't think that's how you can work your way into this competition. Personally, if it happens, great. But like,
yeah. Agent Cooper said all it takes is an injury to a starter and there'll be a backup goalkeeper set to play with an L15 of 0. I dread to think what the price of that goalkeeper would go to if that scenario happens. Middle finger. I mean, it's also very possible that we get an injury to a starter and the backup had one start 13 games ago and scored an 85 and they also don't qualify.
Yeah, literally. So if we say, we not end on, but we can kind of conclude now the goalkeepers are just a bit of a pain for this comp. Is, I guess the next best thing is to look for, undervalued L15 of 45 or below outfielders, right?
Right.
Which I can't imagine is going to be easy, but that's just the whole point of it and the fun of it.
I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't. Pick scores aren't available yet, of course. So
yeah.
I'm just like, what do I do?
Can you hack into the SD mainframe for us?
But they're like I could, but it also the pick scores will change based on like what happens over the next few days, like next one to two games. And so it's just like it's not really all that. That's why I like prefer to play the whole like matchup thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I also bought 2 cards already for this, so like
are they under though? I don't know. I just guessing.
I don't know. Like I pretty much went with the idea of let me get my 2 under 60 guys.
Right.
I don't even have a goalie. I don't know why I'm even doing this.
I was thinking that last night.
I have Mandanda. So
yeah, you do. Yeah.
I guess I have. Yeah.
And he's your old season card as well.
Right. Sorare said any players about to return who have been injured long term. I mean, maybe.
Well, that Pierre Malou, whatever his name is, he just came back like 2 games ago.
Yeah.
Aliwa, he's pretty good. He just loves a BCM. Like, actually adores them. Malou got a DA, or maybe it was taken away the first game. Yeah, he got like a penalty one and then it got taken off or something. So he might be the play, but you're banking on what? Him scoring at, less than like 50 this weekend, kind of, right?
In the next 2 games.
In the next 2 games, sorry.
Start this weekend, but yeah, home against Nice, not bad.
It's not bad, no.
Man, but like expensive.
It's expensive, isn't it, to do? Like, this is my point. It's like, but then depends how it gets divvied out, right? That 25,000, obviously, and then it's like, okay, is my specialist even going to be better than my champ? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
am I restricting myself playing this French special, even though you're only up against the French boys, which is helpful in a lot of ways because it's his own league. But like, I don't know, there could be a scenario for me where I'm like, I'm actually like handicapping myself in a way. Like, I might as well just go back into champ.
I wonder if the champ rewards are any different with the expectation that the Ligue 1 cards, like there are going to be a lot of Ligue 1 cards pulled away, but like theoretically, all of those teams are still playing.
Yeah, and it's just down to you if you want to play it or not, type of thing. I'd be shocked if they recalibrated the rewards based on that, but yeah, I wouldn't put it past. Really, it should have been L15 of 50 or below, right? Let's be real.
I don't understand the reason to go to 45.
45
like try
crazy
to sell
restrictive
cards that we're never going to use again.
Right, yeah. Just not like I know we call it the Farmers League and stuff, but from what we've seen here, like the L15s are quite. I know we've only gone top 20 so far, but like they're good L15s. Like there's not many that we've seen that you'd be like, okay, I'll definitely take him. He's under right now.
I mean, they're good players in this league.
Right, yeah.
Let me try to get to 45 here.
Where do we get to 45?
I think it rounds down. So I think, actually, let me just see. Does Leon show 45? 48.
Oh, wow.
That's not helpful.
Is this multi-entry? Good point, Daniel. I actually don't recall seeing what the article said, honestly.
I think here we go. In each competition, it makes it seem like you can.
It doesn't even say, does it really?
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. I think so.
Yeah. Good luck entering 3 teams. Oh my god.
Charlie said, I don't see even French heavy galleries, which I wouldn't call yours French heavy, but it is definitely.
I mean, it's as good as, yeah. Like I have
being able to be competitive here without buying at least 2 cards.
Mm-hmm. And then those 2 cards even like playing that weekend, like outside of there being like an unforeseen circumstance like Agent Cooper mentioned with a keeper, that obviously can happen with outfielders. And it's just like, that's kind of the only way I'm going to get into this, I think.
Would you consider making 3 of the exact same lineups?
At limited, maybe, yeah. I wouldn't be able to afford it at rare, but depends, right? Like if you can do 3 and then
you just won Challenger Super Rare in season. You can afford 3 rare teams.
3 of the same, so like
French specialist competition.
I mean, it'd be tight.
Yeah,
it'd be quite tight. Like I have 2 goalies. They're not the same keepers, but you
have 3, don't you? If you played Chevalier, or do you not have
Chevalier? No,
you don't have any. Did you ever have him?
No, never been a Chevalier. I know, yeah, never had him. I know, I should have definitely.
It genuinely shocks me.
Yeah, I've always he's just always been so expensive, but I would really like one. But yeah, I'm honestly, I'm thinking it might not even be multi-entry lit. I don't know why. I just have a weird feeling it might not be.
Someone want to tweet Paul and find out if he can give us an answer while we do this?
I don't know.
So I kind of want to look at champion during this game week, which I think is 20. This one. Yeah, there's Monaco. So like Monaco is the 4th biggest favorite. And I guess there are a bunch of odds that we're missing because this is like 2 weeks out.
Right. But mainly Italy.
Pretty much only Italy.
And there's not any crazy ones there. Oh, Napoli. Well, no, there's not really.
Napoli, Atalanta, Lazio, Cagliari. That's not that bad. Fiorentina is away to Torino. Roma away to Verona. Milan at Monza. Let's go.
Yeah, I think those odds give you a decent indication of what champ looks like that week, honestly, for now. And you've got to say, like, the biggest ones are teams of cards that, have their own native comps as well. I think we had...
Isn't it called the McDonald's Ligue 1?
Uber Eats, isn't it? Or it was Uber Eats.
That's right. It was. Is it still Uber Eats?
It might be.
Halligan said it's 100% multi-entry.
Really?
Ligue 1 is...
Oh,
it is Ligue 1 McDonald's.
Wow. Okay.
That changes everything. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, yeah, from a... like, I'm thinking, I guess we don't have any of the Serie A
Right.
odds, but like it does seem like a lot. The Barcelona stacks will be in La Liga for their home game against Espanyol. Jeez.
Same for
Bayern
Bayern.
home against Union Berlin, Atletico Madrid. I can't even see, that's so small. Oh, Las Palmas. Sheesh.
Bottom of the league.
Rob C says instead of a box, you win a Happy Meal. Yeah, it was Uber Eats last year. Okay. That's interesting.
Like, I feel like I'm better off playing the guys I have for that game week in Champ right now, over buying 2L15 of 45 or belows, if that makes sense. That's my initial gut feeling.
Yeah, I mean, that's without seeing like the actual prizes.
Yeah, but then I also know, like, we kind of know what Champ's gonna be, right? Like, it's gonna be the whatever it is, like $3,000 or whatever for D1.
Yeah.
So it's like, it can't be better than that, obviously. But that's fine because it's only the French guys you're playing against.
Of course, it could be better. Like the top prize
if you're divvying 25K from 4 comps.
Well, the 3,000 was super rare, right?
No, what you mean?
3,000. The price $3,000 in champion rare is the top prize. Stop.
2.5. 2.5. Sorry, it's 2.5. I think like
just giving away too much money.
Actually, I don't know. It could be 3. It's either 2.5 or 3. 1,000,000%.
Oh, we have underdog this weekend. Great. Champ rare.
I think it's 2.5.
D1. $3,000.
See? And then they're like the regions are 2.5. So like Bundesliga is 2.5, Prem's 2.5, and Liga is 2.5. I
thought Prem was always the same as Champ.
Prem might be 3K as well, actually. I don't play it, so I could definitely be wrong. Yeah. Maybe they're all 3K. I don't know. But
I don't think so.
No. No, it won't be if going off. Yeah.
25.
It ain't going to be 3K. Let's be real.
I wouldn't be surprised if the top prize was, and then the second place was like $18.
Well, could we work out? I know this is boring, but like, could we work out how much is given out now in like rare champion across 4 divisions, if that makes sense? So yeah, 17K. Okay.
17,830. I just did that off the top
division. Of my head. But then, yeah, we don't even have divisions, so that's probably a stupid statement for me to think about, right? Because we need to think about 4 scarcities rather than.
Yeah, but it's just so much more restrictive.
Of course, but like
I don't think that there are many
people. Right, maybe you're right. Maybe the top is around that then, because like I don't know. Let's say five grand's given to unique. Let's just say $5,000 to super rare. You've got 15 then for rare and unlimited. You might
just look at the Croatia and Austria comps, which I didn't even enter. So I don't even know if I can find it. They had that whole thing that like, yeah, you can find everything now, and now I have no idea how to find it.
Oh yeah.
Is it this way? No,
I can't remember.
Mike wants some more player picks. Teddy Tuma. That's a fun call, actually. Would you pair Tuma if Tuma gets under 45 and Ito somehow sneak? Well, even if he's over the 60, like that's kind of a fun combo.
It's not bad. I don't know whether he's showing enough for me right now that. I mean, yeah, but yeah, I guess one of them is internationally. Let's go by position, and let's just go down from like 45 on and below, and just be like, okay, who could be useful this weekend type of thing. I think that's a nice starting point-ish, 35 minutes in.
I just want to see if I could find one thing that might change your mind about Teddy Tuma. What if I told you He's back on set pieces.
Wow. Nearly a 50-50 split. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that does change things slightly.
Yeah, now we're thinking.
Yeah.
Now we're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like Tobe's saying, and Bolo, Kenya, like you can't buy these cards really if you're not really sure, you know. Not that you're ever sure.
It's
but
really tough to do it. Like that's what I was gonna say before. I don't think that there are many galleries on the platform right now that can enter this without buying a card.
Yeah. But then I guess that, like you said, that's so we're laughing, right?
Yeah. Like I'm wondering how many. Like, is the play here to like a week from today, immediately check pick scores, run that thing down to 45, and be like, oh, what can we get? I mean, we can do it for champ for this weekend. And obviously it'll be different because the matchups are all different, but just the types of players that we might be able to get.
Like I can't do it. Well, I say I can't.
Here we go. Armando Izzo. Although I don't know why that L50 cost is 45.
He's a Monza boy.
Oh, right. What am I doing? Davichvili?
So he's 45 on the dot.
That's this weekend.
I mean, yeah, but that'll give us a decent indication of
just
cost. Yeah. Laka, they're away, aren't they? Yeah, to Lille. Tough.
Oh, yeah. But he's kind of the play. Like, this is, somebody mentioned it before. Like, these are the types of players you want. That, like, they can score.
Like, just give us a goal. I
think he's still on pens.
He's got to be.
Surely, right?
Yeah.
Oh, open play. Look at that. Turkey to Lacazette. Age-wise, that's like assisting your dad.
I'm trying to think now. I think the play is led to try and have an L15 below 45 forward and goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'd be looking to try and do. Purely, like you said, yeah. If they have got a half decent matchup and they're on pens or whatever, you just need a goal. Just get me to 60, 65. Because like outscoring, your L15 by like that many points, like 20 to 35 points, like it's not bad at all. And then it's just about the other three guys then really just lifting the boat even further and sort of sailing away that way.
My only thought on that was if you can get both like a goalie and defender, like same team, under 45 or 45 and below, and kind of like sneak it that way. Like if they get a clean sheet, you are just running away with it.
Oh, is in like a defender 45, you'd say? Sorry, yeah. So
back to defender, like teammates.
Right. Well, yeah, right now Nice have Bulka and Antoine Mendy, who's L15 of 40 from what I'm seeing, but he's not like nailed, which is an issue.
So Germ said Petrovic and Wahi.
Yeah, they don't play for the same team.
Well, they don't play for the same team, right? What am I talking about? Strasbourg they surely can't have that many guys under 45. Maybe defenders.
Yeah, they might have a couple of defenders.
I almost bought this guy yesterday. Literally almost bought him yesterday.
Is that Doué's brother, the one that plays for PSG? I'm going to assume.
I would assume, but...
Wow, yeah, he's pretty good. That's what you want. You need again, it's like a peaky wing back that can do 40 AA on a good type of thing.
Mm-hmm. And who did we say they had? Oh, they're away to Saint Etienne, which like
kind of don't mind it. Yeah,
it's not so bad.
I don't
Petrovic, Doué, that's it.
As long as they stay under now the next game or so, that could be okay.
Yeah, I can't believe I just gave that away. That Doué, like literally, I have a window over here and another tab. It's just Doué.
Doué's on there. That's crazy, actually. That's actually funny.
So tilting.
He used to play for Rennes. He's a Rennes boy, lad.
Yeah, both of them were, right? Didn't they come up?
Yeah, I remember Baby Doué. I didn't realize this guy. He must be a bit older than. Well, he is older than Baby Doué.
Mm-hmm.
Younger brother got the better genes. Happens.
Is he? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Kev Hurd said Zaha, Lee Melu, and Salah all seem like decent. I looked at Zaha. He's dead. He's dust.
Is he?
Yeah.
Which Zaha are we talking about?
Wilfried.
He plays in Ligue 1.
Leon.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
I swear he was at Fenerbahce like last week.
He-
like actually last week.
No, there he is.
Wow. Okay.
But he's actually like he's not hurt.
Right. He's just a problem right now.
He's
Les Malou's a fun one if he can stay under for the next game or so.
He's expensive, man.
130. I know.
Well, I mean,
but he's one of them, Led, where like Jesus. Obviously it's expensive, but like he's not an L15 of 41.
That's fair.
If I'm gonna do this, like I'm probably gonna want to put it into someone like that where you're gonna get like a longer term, just player out of him basically. Like you're not just buying a Doué that is only good maybe for a couple of games. Like that's the big difference I think here as well.
How do you feel if you spent $158 on a card and 2 days later someone gets an auction for half?
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Not even half.
I mean, I've done it myself. Like
surely all of us have.
Yeah. But like, really weird discrepancies, isn't there, between some of these
already? Oh yeah, I do.
I guess the other angle as well is like fringe PSG guys get a look in because and I know PSG are a nightmare right now for rotation, similar to Pep, obviously, and City. There is Champions League the following midweek. So if you can get a few PSG guys in that, like I said, fringy players that maybe just do have L15s below 45, they play like Atletico, I think, to get the weekend after, the midweek after, sorry.
Like, really?
I think so, yeah. So like, there's no next midweek, but there is the next midweek after that, yeah.
So because it's 23.
So like they might be
so they could rotate
forward
against. I mean, they probably don't because they're both at home.
No, but
maybe you're right.
Yeah, like look at Asensio for me. I wonder if his L15 is higher than it probably is because he scored on the weekend and whatever. But it's probably higher, isn't it? Yeah. But at least he's in like I say the safe zone, but like. I don't mind that. Like, as long as he's in the 50s, he's fine. Okay, for now. Like, I don't think he'd be a terrible one. But I don't know. Kolo Muani, if he ends up rotating in that game. Not that he's a great scorer, but he's got to be pretty 48.
Is he hurt? Why would
I don't know.
Make the squad.
Yeah, Kev Hurd said Ibrahim Salah. Yeah, he was a round boy as well. I don't know who he's ended up going to, Led, Ooh. He's at the breasts. Okay.
I'm not sure there's a card I'm looking to buy.
Not really, but like you kind of can work out there that he is getting game time in the leagues, like the league games rather than the Champions League, because they've been doing really well in the Champions League.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Del Castillo took some league games off, I think.
But then Salah didn't even he wasn't even on the bench on the weekend, right? So it's just like, ooh, Beraldo could be an interesting one. Rob says for PSG.
Yeah, I mean, again,
this is the territory that you kind of want to be in. He's just come back.
So he was banger of a game. Arrow led the shot.
I think he played left back, which probably didn't do him any favors because Nuno Mendes didn't start. Like, oh yeah, he did play left back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a centre back, really, but like, I can kind of.
What are we doing?
What about Pacho? Skriniar? Yeah, too high.
Pacho's way too high. I assume Skriniar is too. Yeah. Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
Like you're never using that.
Did we look at Marquinhos? Sorry. Yeah, we did 58, didn't we? Yeah. So it feels like PSG's off the cards from a defensive standpoint, right? Can we kind of just, like, if we're talking the L15 of 45ers?
Except Donnarumma. Oh,
except Donnarumma.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for the stack.
That's
Charlie Creswell.
That's
He
a
plays
tricky one.
I think he plays for Toulouse. That Charlie Cresswell. I think he's an English fella.
Sounds like one.
Yeah, I think he was at Millwall.
Millwall to Toulouse.
I know. Don't ask me the
What are we
Yeah,
doing?
I really don't know. But okay, so he's really low. So you know for a fact. I don't mind that. See,
I don't think so. I don't either.
like get me to 60 with your bonus, and I can kind of
Where do they
like.
play?
It's
At home, at least.
they're at home, yeah. But
They're going
let's
to
be
get lit
real.
up by Juni Ito.
Yeah, like they're gonna score a couple of the Japanese lads. So it's like, but I say that, lad. I mean, they drew on the weekend, no clean sheet, 20 AA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. I'm not totally against that. I'm really not.
I'm with you on that.
Oh yeah, what is Bombito? Good shout in the chat because he's 46.
Today he is.
Today
they have this weekend. They've got Ferencvaros and then Monaco. He could dip.
He could dip, yeah.
And he's got a lot of new season cards because the MLS ones surely count, right?
Yeah, they'd have to. I'd like to think.
I'd like to think is probably the most dangerous thing I've ever heard about Sorare.
I mean, £10 for an in-season card right now.
When did he like? Does it change? Does he? Oh, he does.
Yeah. They do for now. Yeah. Funny story, Rob. I've played five-a-side against Reece Healy. Good player. He was at Cardiff. Who's this guy?
Never heard of this guy.
UCS Garcia.
From Marseille.
Oh, yeah. I think he's I think he peaked a few games ago. Yeah, maybe not.
I don't think his L15 is getting any higher this weekend. Home against PSG.
Probably not, no. Barring any last man tackles or clearances off the line.
Right.
Cafaro from Saint Etienne. That's not a bad shout, Ross. Ooh, it could be a little stack for you, lad. Are we just unearthing all Led's
You really are. I really should have done all this before we did the show.
He's been a bit of a smash for a little while, especially in Ligue 2, but it looks like he's been a bench boy for a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like the French league, and I'm obviously generalizing here, but like it's just a lot of random things happening rotationally, and players are out, and I don't know. I just think it's so. I don't know. So can we just change it to L15 of 50?
Yeah,
just help us out a little bit.
The 45 is I get it. It's like so that we are looking at players like Mathieu Cafaro and being like, I'm going to buy that guy. When like normally, as soon as that game week ends, you're like, I wonder what Basilbot will give me for this.
Right, yeah. It's just so tough to...
It's just funny to me about like this type of competition because it's clearly meant for us to be able to play our low scoring cards, but it's actually making us buy low scoring cards to participate. And like, I don't think that's the point of these things.
Right. Minamino's 48. It is now. Yeah, we have to make it that way. So I've gone on to advanced search led. I've gone French League, score average 48 or below. And yeah, I've done a little search. Minamino's 48. Kakere's 48.
Kakere's 48. He doesn't even play though, does he?
I know. Yeah, he's dust. I tell you who could be quite fun is a guy called. Did he play on the weekend? He did start. So there's a guy called Usman Sarawi who plays for Lille, and they're at home to Lyon, and he seems to skip the. I say skip. He comes off the bench quite a bit in the midweeks and kind of starts the weekend. It's OSAME. Sorry, Osam.
AME. Oh.
There he is. He's a forward. Not cheap. Yeah, he's a Heron.
Do you have new cards?
Oh, maybe he doesn't. I didn't even think. Oh, he has new. Ooh.
No, because Lille aren't. I wonder if you could play the.
The Herring card.
Yeah, I wonder.
I mean, potentially, actually.
Huh.
Shoo, Pedro Chirivella. Okay, Golovan's 47, lad.
I'm actually never buying him, but yes. So like share set pieces for the biggest favorite. That is the argument for Alexander Golovin.
And he's sub right now in the midweek. Not that it really matters, but
this is when you're bummed that the new 35 if he comes off the bench instead of 25.
Yeah.
Like that's another thing. Why are we like the rules are the same and yet like the specialist rules are back to the low 45 or 45 and below, and yet we get 35 just for coming on.
It's yeah, true. That's what it's even harder these days to have lower L15s, right? Yeah.
Right.
Brandon Chardonnay is 47, which would stack with Bizot. Quite fine.
He's been pretty.
He's been bad. Right? Yeah, he ain't been good at all. Ooh.
I forget who used to talk about him. Like somebody has his card that I talked to, and they were like, "Have you looked at Brendan Chardonnay?" It might be Toby, actually.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, Tobe does have one. Definitely. Well, he definitely did.
He's one of those guys that like somebody's like, "Hey, how about this guy?" And I'm like, "How has Toby had him for 3 months already?" Anyway, Mike said, "If you can play Bombito's MLS card, surely you can play the Heron Bean." Yeah,
I think so, right?
That's great. That's a nice little wrinkle.
Yeah, it is quite fun. I'm just looking here. He's a bench boy. Romain Favre, however you pronounce it. He's at Brest. He's at Brest now, randomly, yeah. L15 of 45 on the dot. Be the bench boy. So
I almost bought his super rare once when he was U23, I think. Like he was good for a little bit.
Yeah, he was really good. And then he went to Bournemouth and just like died. Remy Cabella?
No new cards.
Ah, gutted.
It's weird that how many Lille cards we have on this platform, and now we don't have, like, I bet there are 421 Jonathan David classic cards. No in season. Like there's so many of those, and yet they somehow lost the license. Like he'd be over 500 now, or
right? Oh, easy, close. Yeah. Yeah, Beraldo's 44.
Who did we say Lille had?
Lyon, I think.
Yeah. Yep. That's not the easiest.
It's really not. So this is also the conclusion I'm coming to, Led, is you might have to just be okay with a bench boy maybe for one of your L15 or 45ers.
That like has one upside. That normally comes on.
Yeah, like at least he's one of those guys that like does start games, but like more often than not, he's probably going to be benched that game, and like you might have to just because like there's not going to be that many people Led with players who have like how many genuinely now get 5 starters in this. Like if we were doing it now for this weekend, like, and the weekend's over, whatever, I'd be really shocked to see like a high percentage of users having lineups with 5 stars with these criteria right now. Because there's just not much to work with. Like there just genuinely isn't.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, Lacazette's the fun one, I think.
He's not fun. I know what you're trying to say, but like Jeff C says in the current league specials, you've been able to use 2 classics though. So I think the reason this one is different is one, they don't have the full league, although that should be like a reason to use 2 classics. But the other is that those I think were early on that there weren't that many cards out there. So they were like willing to not that many in-season cards. And we have as many as we need right now for these. So Halligan said you want to buy cards to play a tournament where you're banking on a sub.
But like if everyone's banking on a sub, you're all in the same boat, no? Kind of.
It'd be great if you got disqualified for 5 starters.
That'd be funny. Just to make it that.
Just the competition. Yeah, just one more rule.
Yeah. I mean, they might as well. Yeah. I still think, I know he's expensive, but yeah, the Pierre Les Melou guy, he's the one. But you need two. Like,
and as long as he
like,
stays under 45.
right, yeah.
Like how close he's
I see him at
41 right now.
41, yeah.
41 right now, his L15. So he's losing a DNP.
Ooh.
And that doesn't, so like it'll be the average of whatever he gets this game week.
Yeah, divided with those 4, right?
Let me see if I can.
If he gets 60, what happens?
38 plus 48 plus 49 plus 43 plus 60 divided by 5, 47.6.
But he's got 2 games to do it because they play midweek. If he plays both.
Right.
Like, it's a killer.
I would not rely on that staying
low.
Although, 100%. Yeah, you're right. Harlington's right. Leverkusen a tough game.
Yeah, it really is, for sure. But like,
right. Please don't give them more bad ideas.
Mind you, who knows what happens with Montpellier now? Because like I said, there's a new manager. Like Wabi Kazri could be a funny one. Like he's out 15 or 40 right now. If there's a little Wabi Kazri bounce, they're away to Le Havre that week. He's £6 right now.
Do you want to know one of the fun things about Wabi Kazri?
Go on.
He's taken one of the 3 non-Teji corners for Montpellier.
No way, of course he has it. He was a tank at Saint Etienne. Oh my god, he was amazing. Like as like a fantasy guy.
Was he at Sunderland?
I think he definitely had a stint in England. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I think it was Sunderland. I remember playing him in DFS.
Yeah. I think you're spot on there. Gift Orban.
Let's see. So Orban is on the Zaha train.
Yeah.
Get in.
Nice. Like that record for Saint Etienne, by the way, 1 in 3, better than 1 in 3.
Yeah.
Like he's only 33.
Literally 1 in 3.
Do you know he'd be amazing? He'd be unbelievable in the MLS.
Yeah, he would.
Like I'm so shocked that like he hasn't gone basically yet.
How old is he? 33.
It's not even that old.
No, he's not.
Tunisian captain, like he's the man. Like he's a really good player.
You are not wrong that he would be very good in MLS. It would be one of those that everyone who knows would know that he was good, but everybody else would be like, the hell is this guy? And then all of a sudden, it's a good shout, Harry. That's a really good shout.
I'm going further down. I'm at like 37 now, Laird, and like it's just getting bleak. Like it's just really tough to get on board with anyone in this range. Well, I say that though. Andre Gomez, but no new cards for Lille. So you'd have to use him as, obviously one of your classics, but home to Lyon that weekend, played 90 minutes this weekend, played 45 the game before. There's just nothing exciting down there is what I'm figuring out here, which is a worry. Ooh, yeah. Why can't I hear you?
Somehow I just clicked the mute button. Kuzayev is now at Le Havre.
That's a random one.
How does that happen?
Yeah, that's a weird one. He was good at Zenit.
He was. There is a trade somewhere on Sorare data that shows that I acquired 2 of those, 2 rare cards of Kuzayev from one Pavel trader. I don't know why I did that, but I don't have either of them anymore. There's Wabi. Mike said he's been there for a few seasons. Really?
Wow, really? Oh, did they get promoted? No, they didn't, did they?
Wow. When was the last time? Oh, apparently. So he last played for Zenit in Gameweek 214. Wow. Had no idea.
The more you know.
Jeff C said the Croatian League was this past game week and you were still able to use 2 classics. I don't know.
Yeah, you were. But it wasn't specialist. So like it's for whatever reason they've just gone. Yeah, it was easier, yeah. Way easier.
Yeah, this is a tricky one. I'm definitely going to end up buying cards for this, deciding to sell them, and then not actually selling them.
You do have a habit of that. That's not a terrible habit, but if I'm going to do it, I think Lacazette's maybe the only one I go and buy.
That's probably why I won't play. Like, I don't need an Alexander Lacazette card in my gallery.
I know.
What is his L15 right now?
I think it might be on the dot, isn't it? 44 according to this search, but it could be different.
And they're home against Besiktas today or this week, and then home against Auxerre. And then the matchup you get for the competition is away to Lille.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal at all, but like, or you go down the routes. Yeah, Agent Cooper says Charlie Cresswell maybe get you 20 AA at best as the defender, but you need two of these guys. Like, I just think I'm going to end up with guys in my gallery that I probably don't want.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
Where I'd rather just play my good guys in champ. Like, I'm just not seeing the reason for me to go in and do this, if I'm like to the best of my abilities. That's kind of what the conclusion I'm coming to as of right now. Things might change maybe next midweek when we're scouting again, maybe, but it's just super restrictive. I don't think they've realized how restrictive they've made this now, because
that's sort of how I'm starting to feel.
Would it change it for you if it was too classic, though? Not change, but like, it's obviously easier, right?
It's absolutely easier, yeah. Because it also opens up the player pool, because there are a number of players that just don't have new cards.
I could buy a Gomez guy for £2. Like, things like
Gomez and Remy Cabella. Like, you can't play them together, right?
Yeah. I wonder if we cause enough of a ruckus that they would change it. No.
Halligan made a good point. The podium and champ's going to be 500 plus, and this comp will be way lower.
In what division?
Like to win champ, you'll probably need 500 points to win this specialist comp.
Oh, way lower. Yeah, of course. Lower. Like, stupidly lower. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Holland's right there, I think. Not all the time, but
I love this threat from Mike Baston. Just clipped, I don't want to Lacazette in my gallery for posterity and future mocking. There is no way you're going to end up mocking me for not wanting Alexander Lacazette in my gallery.
It's probably alluding to maybe if I end up buying one, maybe Mike's got receipts.
Like, you could win this entire comp, and I will still make fun of you for owning an Alexander Lacazette, and you'll get rid of that card so quickly.
I probably would. Who are the game weeks after that? They have a midweek, and then they have Saint Etienne at home, which is actually not terrible. I don't know. There's just so many fixtures. Like, I'm just looking ahead a little bit, and there's just so many midweek weekends for these players. Like, that's a good point, Rob. Yeah, Lacazette smells like a little an MLS move, maybe.
No chance. I could see him doing well in MLS, just as like a goal donkey, though.
Oh yeah, he would just shoot on sight, wouldn't he? Like, literally just spin shoot on the edge of the box. Like,
but he's small. Like, he's not Benteke, who can just like jump over everybody.
Oh no, not at all. But like, he is good at holding the ball up. Like, he is just cleverer, and like, he uses his body well.
He's super strong for somebody his size.
Yeah. Like, everything he does is just so like all his layoffs and stuff, and like, he never loses the ball basically. So it's just like, but the issue is if you've got rubbish players around you,
right? Yeah.
Like, you don't get the ball.
So wherever he and Wabi Kazri for Nashville, maybe it'll work.
Wabi and Hani.
Yeah.
They definitely need a striker, because Sam Sturridge isn't it, but
they need a lot of pieces on that too.
They need a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really struggling to get on board with it right now. Like, this is the conclusion I'm coming to. I can't see myself doing anything like drastic. Like sinking £130 into Melu, to play in a specialist comp, and that's just only one of the L15 or 45s. Assuming I don't have any going into next week, hoping I have at least one. It's just like, I just don't see. Even though I said he's a longer term play, I'd rather just play champ. It seems like right now. I know that's maybe sad to say, but
I I think the way that I'm looking at it, like I don't play champ in season, and maybe this starts me to do that. But I'm not looking to buy players that average 45 fantasy points a game to play in champ in the future. And so like that's the I would like to play this comp, but it absolutely requires me to buy cards I do not want after this game, after this competition.
And the only card that's an exception to that is Malou. Like he's the only one right now that is lower than 45 that you could quite comfortably say like he's going to be above 50 odd, 55.
And there's a possibility he is above 45 when the comp comes out.
Exactly.
But also I'm spent like I think the problem with Lee Melu is that you are like you're not paying for a 45 point player. Like he is priced like he is the 60 point player he is. It's, if not more expensive now because the average is still low.
Yeah.
Like you are paying peak price for a guy who like has been good. I mean he was great.
Very good, wasn't he? Yeah, like
don't get me wrong here.
His run was insane.
You know what I noticed about this run, Harry?
Go on.
2 games over 90.
Yeah, I do remember that being a problem-ish when people like just said his name as in like, yeah, but wasn't he like munching like 40 to 50 AA though? For a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah. DAs as well. Was he on set pieces or no? I don't think he was he?
I think he split them with Del Castillo.
And
like, do I play my Del Castillo forward card in this comp?
Is he what is his L15? Can't be low.
75.
After his 100 this weekend.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Well, hold on. 56. Yeah, like it's high. The forward is higher, so which is why.
Yeah. If he stays below 60, you could go him, Ito. But they're old season, so you can't.
Right. I'll just have to buy a new Ito.
New Ito, $200 probably.
More. No,
that's wild.
Maybe not. Maybe someone will be willing to make a deal here. I don't know any of these people. I wouldn't make a deal. 200 and the classic is 56.
Such a discrepancy, isn't there? It's just insane.
Yeah, I don't know.
We need to sleep. I think we need to sleep a few nights on this one and then wake up and it be a couple days before game week 23.
This is the great point from Daniel. He said, I'm not sure buying in purposefully for almost any of these comps is a good idea unless they're moves you would actually make anyway. It really only works for existing deep Ligue and galleries. Like, I think that's right. And the way that I'm thinking of it, though, is I'm willing to buy cards that I would play after.
Mm-hmm.
But the L15 of 45 almost guarantees me players I don't want.
Yeah, 99 out of 100. Malou's the only one that won't. The only other exception for me is like if there's like a few collection pieces that could help me.
Right.
In the long run as far as collection points go. I might not use them in my D1 champ going forward, but I might be able to use them that weekend. For whatever reason, there's an injury to one of the defenders, like Dante suspended or whatever for Nice. I bring in Bombito, for example, and like that works for me anyway, if you've got a collection. But if you don't have a collection and it's not Malou, like I don't see the longer term buy in any of those players. You could argue maybe the under 23, like the Creswell, like there's room for things to happen maybe in their careers and their scores. But yeah, in the short term, in season wise, it's really tough to get on board because, like you said, they're not going to make you good teams or team.
Right. Yeah. That's all it is.
It's tough. It's really tough to get on board with it.
I guess the one out that you have is that if one of them is the goalie, like you can
do it.
You only need to buy one card you don't really want.
Right.
Not that we ever want goalies, but like you need them.
Dante's L15 is close to his age. No, it's not. It's 51 to be fair, so he's got a couple years.
Dana said the only reason I'd buy for this comp like this is if it was a Prem specialist and I can add to my existing Prem gallery with low cap players who fit with existing collections. Well, Daniel, there's great news. You can do that with your Prem cards. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Because later in November, this is so stupid how many clicks I have to do to... Here we go. Later in November, there is the Premier League Select Your Target with cap 250.
Yay.
Get in.
Look at that. In-season Essence and Classic. Why in the world would you play your in-season Prem cards in that comp? Let's be real.
For Essence, Harry. Essence.
And miss out on sweet cash?
Now, not as powerful Essence, too.
True. But that's still TBD, right? We don't know.
No, we don't know. So game week 25, which is also this coming game week, there is anti-stack. What do you think basic anti-stack is? What makes it just not anti-stack?
Basic anti-stack. What's anti-stack? Is just 45 or below or 50?
No, it's just no two players from the same team.
Oh, of course. Sorry, yeah, I'm on about underdog. My bad.
And no collection bonus.
Basic anti-stack. I think they've just added basic in there, but I bet you it's the exact same. Let's be real.
I think it's the same, yeah. I make suboptimal lineups in anti-stacks because of collection, so I'll play like 5 guys from the same collection.
You love doing that.
I'm skirting the rules, but I'm not actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, Malky gets no collection bonus in that competition. Heaven forbid we allow you to do that. So, Harry, I think the lesson here is we have absolutely no idea what to do on this comp.
I think that's okay. I think, two game weeks out or whatever it is from now, I think it's okay to be in that position, but just and know that, yeah, I don't think it makes sense to really buy cards as of right now. Maybe in a week's time. Tuesday next week.
If you had no Ligue cards and you were looking to enter it, would you buy your over 45? Like, you have 3 players that are supposed to be over 45. So, like, theoretically, you could still get those guys.
Yeah. There's no way. If I don't have any Ligue cards, I'm sorry, but I'm never playing this comp. Let's just be completely honest. Don't think it makes any sense.
As someone who had 0 new season Ligue cards yesterday morning and now has 3 of them, I may disagree.
Right, but if you didn't have the keeper, you would not have done it. I know for a fact you wouldn't have. If you
didn't have a new
Mandan,
keeper.
No, I know, but like if you didn't have a Ligue keeper, I guarantee you aren't playing this comp. I don't care what you tell me. Don't lie to yourself, Laird. Come on.
I think I just do it. It gives me a little more street cred at work.
Yeah, you do have a bit of that. But then I think you would do it limited. I don't think you'd spend the money at rare. Not that there's that much difference anymore. Like, let's be real.
Do you want to know what my actual idea was?
Go on.
Both.
Same team twice, yeah.
But I just cannot get myself to buy a limited Steve Mandanda. It could be 14 cents, and I'm just like, I can't have this. How much is this?
He can't be expensive. I'm saying $5. Oh, there's no new season, so yeah, £7.44 floor.
Yeah, no chance.
Nah, that's not happening.
That's what I paid for a rare in-season forward yesterday.
Yeah, but I guess it'd be worth doing if you could win both. That would be fun.
I agree.
Same team wins both.
Mike said street credit work would be actually learning some.
Yeah.
I believe I started this show with a bonjour, so like I'm getting there. So this show is a week too early. I think the point was what happens if you like. I would almost argue that the week of is too late.
Yeah, but then this feels too early though, because a lot of the teams have midweeks as well. So it's really tough. Like, honestly.
Yeah. Daniel said, I don't view specials as being
Yeah.
special. They're just nice boosts to utility for cards I already own.
I'd agree.
Yeah, I can't tell. Oh, Cameron's the same way. Am I the only one? Apparently not. Who doesn't get excited for specials that don't feel special? I mean, I think the word special, like, I think it misses the descriptive mark for these competitions. That's all.
Yeah, it's just extra utility, basically.
Right. Yeah. They're just extras.
It's not
I mean, they're fun. I
special.
like the idea.
Yeah.
But it's just not. Yeah, it's difficult to like really want to like do what you have to do to enter them.
Yeah, I think if they were special, they would be things that like, and not to say these have like this hasn't been the case because I know people that do this, but like they should be at the forefront of your game week rather than like a secondary thought. So like they should like this French thing should be way higher up in my priorities over champ that week for whatever reason. Like that's how it should be, I think, if you want to like pursue it. Whereas it's not right now for me.
If the top prize was 5,000, would you do it?
I'd do it. But when I spend 140 pounds on Melu, I don't know if I would. I think I'm too cheap to do that. Even though we might have longer term utility, I don't think I would do it for that specific comp. Because, like you said, you're buying at peak, really, because everything's perfect for him right now in relation to that comp with L15s and stuff. So it's good. Yeah, it's going to be a decent prize, like you said, because the rest of them have been fun. Like it's going to be above probably $2,000. So it's like
for rare,
a minimum. So,
yeah,
at rare, yeah, maybe even maybe the same at limited.
It's true, yeah.
So
I actually don't think that's bad. Like if it was the same prize pool, people think about how bad it looks, but it's like you're competing against way fewer people at rare.
Yeah. That's what Nashi said all along.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah. Nashi's been that like the guy for that for so long now. It's ridiculous. Like the benefit is you're just playing against less people. It's a different color card. Like
spend more to play against fewer people. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, Mike was saying it's quite a watch list we have. Let me see, Harry. Let's see how many players I got on this thing. 6?
You only need 2. L15's under 40 anyway. 45.
That's pretty much all we have, except for Teji, which is kind of funny.
But we've mentioned a good amount. They're just not on the watch list.
Right. Yeah. Go back and make your own watch list. How about that, Mike? Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, is this a Olympico? That's fun if that actually happened.
Yeah, it's 1-0. Monaco 1-0, if anyone cares.
How are those L15s looking?
Oh, Tilo Curva gave away a pen. 8.9 score. Can he slot in for us?
Hold on, let's see what he...
Funnily enough, Minamino scored, so that doesn't help. His L15.
He's at 73 already.
Is he? Yeah, that's...
Oh, well.
All
right. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for coming. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. If you guys have any other players you want to have on this watch list, leave a comment below, and I'll probably forget about it. But if not, hey, it'll get on the watch list, and we can all have fun with it. So anyway, thank you to everybody, and get those steps in.